Mike McCool here in the Royal Examiner studio, and with me today is I have some of the Christendom women's basketball team. We have Coach Mary with us here. Mary, why don't you introduce the other two young ladies that are with us?
Right here we have Catherine Thomas. She's one of our captains this year. She's a junior. And then this is Mary Pennefather, a freshman.
Okay, so you've won a national championship. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the trophy so you can tell me a little bit about it. Then we'll put it back down because it's so big it blocks all these girls here. I'm going to lift it up here. This thing is kind of cool. Here we go. Mark will zoom in on this right here. We'll move these out of the way. All right. So tell us a little bit about this trophy and who is the USCAA, et cetera, et cetera.
Okay, so the USCAA is the conference that we're in, much like the NCAA for college basketball. This is for small colleges. And there's some colleges from Maine, North Carolina, Virginia, Pennsylvania. And so we competed the women's Division II USCAA Championship. 10 people make the tournament. And we were ranked number 7. We went in and we beat the number 10 seed in the first round, beat the number 2 seed, then we beat the number 3 seed, then beat the number 1 seed.
So that makes you number 1.
Yeah, it makes us number 1. And then we got to
cut the net. Yeah, this
fashion.
Is the real deal here, right?
We got to all get up on that ladder, cut a piece of the net, and then we just kind of have the medal, everything draped around to make it look pretty.
Do you get to keep this trophy, or do you have to share it around? Oh, this is one you keep.
Yeah,
all right.
That's one we keep. So, yeah, that's on our
trophy
great. Case in our college.
I was going to say, this will look great in the trophy case.
Oh, yeah.
Let me set it back down here on the ground again. That is so cool. It's nice to have that to be kind of singled out there. But that's a lot of hard work. Were you on the team as a freshman?
Yes, this is my first year.
You like basketball?
Yes, I love basketball.
She said she don't like it, she loves it.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the ladies you have on your team and the kind of things that go through making a championship team.
Well, this is my 6th year coaching. This is my 6th year coaching. And so, I mean, just as far as we've come as a team, I've come a long way as a coach. So, I mean, Catherine's a junior, so she even knew just 2 years ago, practices were a little bit different. We've slowly just been kind of getting more into that championship mindset and realizing what it takes to kind of compete at that level and not only compete but then win. Last year we made the tournament, so that was really exciting. We lost in the first round, but I think it just kind of instilled the confidence in our program that, wow, we can do this. And so then this year it was just a little bit more of that. Obviously having Mary come in as a freshman, I mean, she's a great basketball player, great point guard. That was a position that's very important to a team, and we were making do, but people were stepping up to fulfill that position. But then Mary coming in, that was huge for our offense. And then all of a sudden,
you're going to have her for a few more years.
Yeah, we will.
That's important.
That is important. And so
1 more year.
But I mean, Catherine has also brought in so much to the program as well, and so it's just like if we can just keep building, people want to be around winners, and what we have here, we just have some winners, and so people want to keep coming.
You mentioned the winning mindset. This basketball, all these sports, it's really a mental game. I mean, isn't it?
Oh, it's a huge mental game. I mean, you can't forget about the physical. It definitely it takes a lot of work, just like physically getting your body ready, putting up the shots. But yeah, a lot of it is emotional and just the mentality of can we do it?
And of course, you're playing against other women that want to win.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So Catherine, tell us a little bit about your experience on the team and maybe what are you gaining from it as far as from life skills, do you think?
Well, I've been on the team for 3 years. This is my 3rd season. And every year, I think we've been getting better and better. And I remember freshman year, there were some great seniors and juniors that I really looked up to. Not just in basketball, just the way they handled all of the all of the
7 feet tall.
Yeah, but just the way they lived. And they were really just great women and really virtuous girls that I wanted to be like. So I think the team has just helped me grow so much. On and off the court. And also, I would say, being on the team, you have to manage a lot of school and sports. So I've definitely gotten a lot of time management skills from being on the
Well, I was
team.
going to say, you hold a pretty high bar as far as the grade. You can't get by with straight D's, right?
Yeah, and I'm just gonna tell you, this is not a problem for this for this group of girls. I mean, we have some, almost 4.0. A lot of them are 4.0 like students. So they're very, very academic. And as an institution, Christendom, I mean, we put it's like main priority is
Sure.
Your faith life, your academic life, being at the college.
Right.
But I mean, they take that seriously, and so
Yeah.
then with sports, it's just kind of like it flows. I mean, they're just
Right.
very serious competitors, and that definitely shows on the court too.
Life is a three-legged stool.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times people miss that spiritual side, and they're trying to live with two legs,
Yeah.
and it's hard to hold it up.
Yeah.
So, did you play basketball in high school?
Yes, sir. I've been playing since, I started playing for my school in 4th grade, and then I played all through high school, and I loved it
Oh, that's
every
good.
year.
And how tall are you?
I'm 5'11".
Well, that's pretty decent height. Well, you're next. So, obviously you must have played basketball in high school.
Yes, I played basketball in high school and way before that too.
Oh,
It's
so
a big
tell us.
family sport.
So tell us a little bit. You were from Manassas area.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this is a little different coming out to Front Royal, isn't it?
A little different. It's in the same state, but I visited the team my senior year of high school, and I stayed with Catherine actually that night, and we got to play with the basketball team, and it was just really awesome just being around all of them. And yeah, the girls were really great. So yeah, I said yes. I decided to come. I was really enthusiastic, and it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made because this whole season has just. It's sad to leave it, and yes, it is a long, grueling, hard sport, but you love doing it. Like, every minute is worth it.
Yeah.
And just being with the girls, like, yes, we are small, but it's so much easier just to lock in with all of them. Like, yes, we said basketball is a mental game, but, like, being with the girls, just, especially during that stretch of the national tournament, like, just the car rides, just we were all locked in. We all, like, no one had headphones in. We were just all listening to the same music. We were all together on the same page, just being in our uniform, being ready to go out and play. Like, we looked forward to all the scouting we did and all the practices we did. And because ultimately basketball is it's really fun to play. And when you're doing it with your best friends, like, can life get better?
Right. So you are learning some life skills in basketball?
Oh, for sure. A lot of good teamwork, learning how to work with people, and basketball is a 5-person sport.
Right.
So.
You have to get along.
You do.
That's a good way to learn because, I think that's something that's missing in school today is, just get along with each other.
Yeah.
It's okay to disagree, but we're together. We're a team.
Yeah.
So tell us, what do these girls do during the summer?
This summer, we're going to up it a little bit more about what we're going to stick to as far as a workout plan. Probably just trying to get up shots, some speed training, we're still in the process of putting that together. I'm giving them a little bit of time off. They've already set up time to shoot around in the gym at least one night a week and just kind of get some basic workouts in.
Yeah.
But we kind of start, full on swing, like October is when we really start.
Really start again, yeah.
I also have girls who play other sports at Christendom. So I have a couple soccer players, volleyball player, and a cross-country runner, and so they're also juggling, staying in shape for the sport that comes in the fall, which obviously precedes our basketball season.
Yeah.
So.
But it's pretty much year round. I mean, when you get on the championship team, you're
Yeah.
going to work even when it's off season.
Oh yeah.
So, what is your team going to look like next year?
Have
you have an idea?
Yeah, it's going to be very similar to this year. We're hoping still to get a few freshmen, new players. We're losing one senior. But, it's going to be very similar to the team that we had this year.
So how many girls altogether are on the team?
We have 10. One is currently in the Rome semester, so she wasn't here in the second semester of this past year.
Okay.
But next year, we don't have any girls going to Rome, so we'll have the full team next year, 9 girls, and then whatever freshmen or girls decide to come out for the team.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So what else do you coach other than basketball?
That's it.
That's
I coach,
it?
Yeah, coach
Oh my
basketball.
gosh.
Like you said, it's a kind of a year-round thing. Plus, the season's very long. So.
I'll put you on the spot. Is she an okay coach? Does she yell at you, scream at you?
Oh, she's great. No, she's more of our coach first, then our friend. So
Okay.
it's
But
just
you were
really-
going to say friend first, then coach. Which I'm fine with.
Yeah.
But I think that's what made us different from other teams. That we, especially just communication with your coach, was a lot easier. And we could just tell her what was working, what's not working. Like, Coach Mary, this needs to change. It's just easier when you, like, when she is really
You
tight
have
with
confidence
the team.
in her.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think that's what it boils down to. If you believe in the coach, it makes it a lot easier. So congratulations on that.
Thank you.
National champions, even from a small college, that's still you're playing other schools very similar to yours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was quite exciting.
Does they give you a pay raise? No. I wonder how about the athletic director? Are we going to talk about Patrick while we're in here?
Oh, if you want to.
It was great. He was in a couple of weeks ago. We had a nice little chat with him.
That's awesome.
And it sounds like he's really excited about getting a good sports program out at Christendom College. So.
Oh, yeah. Patrick has done tons for the athletic program. I played at Christendom when I went, graduated 9 years ago.
Yeah.
And it was great. Like, I loved playing there, but the seriousness of an athletic program that we've become, even just like making this tournament, when I played, it just wasn't even really in the realm of like, oh yeah, there's like this conference that we're in, and it's just like, yeah, the good teams make it, but that's not really us. But now just to have like that, just going into a season being like, yeah, we're gonna make the tournament and we're gonna compete and we're gonna.
You won't
possibly
think that
win.
way again, will you?
Yeah. No.
We're champions. We're going to go in as champions. Okay. It sounds very interesting. Anything else you girls want to add?
I mean, the tournament was super fun, so I'm super pumped for next year.
You're going to have a good summer?
Oh, yeah. Well, the summertime will be a lot of fun because, I mean, my family all, like, plays a lot of basketball in the summer, but it's all, like, it's nice about the small college. You do play your sport and you work on it, but it's also you have time to, like, I like to play other sports. So, I mean, I play tennis in the summer and do other things. So it's not
She plays tennis because when she shook my hand downstairs, I had the old arthritis was kicking in. You can tell that on a tennis player because my wife played tennis and, one arm she's like Popeye, one arm this big and one arm this big, on the, so I should ask you too, how tall are you?
I'm 5'8" and 3/4.
You notice how they say, and 3/4.
Yeah, that's important.
When you ask a teenager how old they are, I'm 15 and 7 months and 14 days. So what are you going to do over the summer?
Well, I'm going to go to Rome with my older sister because I didn't do the Rome semester at Christendom, but my sister and I are going to go for a month and a half.
Yeah.
And
that's something that will really, that's an experience that you'll carry with you your whole life.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you one real quick question. Since Christendom's a Catholic-based college, do you think faith plays an important role in selecting a college?
Yes. I think, especially with, so when it comes to Christendom, we are such a unique college with it being so small, so strongly devout Catholic. There's just, as far as like a coach goes, it is like a struggle sometimes in the sense that to recruit. It's like, because you can't just say like, oh, who's good at basketball? Who wants to come? Right. I always like every girl that I speak to about coming to Christendom to play basketball, I always make sure that they like, do you want Christendom for Christendom? Because Christendom is like an amazing, amazing college. And they have amazing professors. They have amazing mentors. Like the priests are amazing. And so it's a great college to come to. But it is unique. And I'm not going to be naive in saying that like, anyone could just like thrive there. Like you have to want Christendom for Christendom. And so if they want Christendom for Christendom and they're good at basketball, I'm like,
that's a plus,
all right, let's talk. And these two girls, how did you guys decide? You decided, your parents were like, gave you a few options of colleges to go to.
Yeah, I wanted to go to a really faithfully Catholic school, and Christendom was just the perfect one where I could have rigorous academics and a really strong faith life, but also play sports.
Yeah, I would say the same, definitely. Just even if you do go to college for not a faith, like if you're striving for the faith, like I'm saying you can go to a different college for not the faith, but like everything you do, like God has to be the center. Like what we do, we play, everything we do, sports, academics, is all for the honor and glory of God, and Christendom is probably the most Catholic college in America, so it worked out perfectly.
And it fits in nice in our community. We have a large Catholic community in our area, so it gives you a lot of resources. I was going to say, typically when you send your young daughter to college, they go to get their MRS degree, right? So did that happen to you?
Yeah. Actually, my husband, I met him at Christendom, and then he was the men's coach. He's been the men's coach for the past 7 years, men's basketball coach. So he's been coaching the men's team. I've been coaching the women's team. We have 4 kids that get babysat at the college while I practice. And so, yeah, kind of like bringing in the common faith, I mean, that's been a huge, you mentioned earlier, just like attitudes or drama, like on the team, like we gotta get along. That's just been a huge thing, because when you have the common ground of believing in the same thing and sharing the same beliefs, things just kind of click a little bit easier. So I've been very lucky in that regard, because, I mean, even just going to nationals, it was like our afternoon off where we didn't have our game till 8 o'clock at night one day. It's like, what did we do? Oh, we went to practice, and then we went to the National Shrine down in Richmond. We went to Mass together, and then we got lunch and walked around. And there's just, it just makes things easier and easier to flow. It's been great.
I can just see Coach Mary, getting out and pointing, yelling at your crowd. What would Jesus do?
No, it's been a great journey.
That's great. I really appreciate you girls coming in, sharing your faith and sharing your championship win with us here at the Royal Examiner.
Oh, thank you
and
for having us.
hopefully we'll see you next year when you win the second time. How's that?
That would be awesome.
All right. Thanks again. Appreciate you
Thank
guys.
you so
Thank
much.
you.